All right, so in our last video, we set up our different topics. In this one, we're going to add some materials. I'm going to start with general materials because that'll be the easiest place to begin. For myself, I'm planning on using this as a place to keep things that my students would need on hand, that they would need easy and regular access to. This is not a place to put assignments or anything of that nature, but useful links, images, things like that. So I'm going to click create, select material, and then add, the first one I'll add is a periodic table. They're going to need that while we're working. And then under the add button, I can choose Google Drive, link, file, or YouTube. I'm going to use a link, copy and paste from a different tab here. Pop that in, add my link, and then before I post it, I need to select where it's going. I'm going to put it in general materials, and it's going to be available for all of my students. Just for future reference, this could be a way for you to differentiate by selecting different student groups, but that's for a later post. Then I'm going to post it. I can also add images that have been saved to my Google Drive, like the mole map. We're going to need this one. I'm going to select my Google Drive. And just a quick tip that I learned the hard way here. If you search for these items just in your normal drive first and open them, then when you click the drive button within Classroom, they will show up on your recent list, which makes it easier. You can go to your drive, you can search by file name and that sort of thing, but just having them right there in your recents is a way that I've found to save time. And then I'm going to post it into, well, let's just say for a second I forget to assign a topic and I click post. Oh, what do I do with it? It's at the top of the page. I can just drag it into my general materials right where I want it. So that's how we can add some materials. You can also choose a question, which would be great for getting student feedback and response. It's interactive. You can create assignments, quizzes, things of that nature. And let's take a quick look at what we would want to do in terms of formatting for our assignments. When we look at our formatting for an assignment, I think what would be most helpful for students is to include some information about the timeline for when this was assigned for students in the title of the assignment. So for instance, week 1, lesson 1, and then the nature of the assignment, in this case, empirical formulas. One drawback for Google Classroom is that it does not allow rich text formatting of the instructions. So I've differentiated the different parts of my assignment simply by using all caps. So to begin with, I've listed the learning targets, or what students should know or be able to do at the end of the assignment. And then I've created a lesson sequence by just hitting return and beginning to type whatever I need to type. Now, the assignment is fairly simple. They're going to read, they're going to watch, and then they're going to do. The great thing about Google Classroom is that you can then attach all of the needed materials via your Google Drive or from your desktop to the assignment. So for instance, step number 1 says read section 7.4. Here is a PDF of that section from our textbook. I attached it by clicking the add button. Then it says watch the attached video titled Empirical Formula and Molecular Formula Introduction. I've included a YouTube link, and there's their video. It says check out Google Slides presentation to see Mr. J solve a couple of practice problems. There's the Google Slides with embedded videos of me doing the math. And then lastly, I've included a Google Doc. Now, with Google files and not links, you can choose the user's privileges, whether they can view or edit. I only want them to be able to view the file since they just need to read. Same with the practice problems. I don't want them changing the problems while other students are working on them, so I would select only view file. And then I'm going to post this. I'm going to assign it to all students, give it a point value, a due date. I think this is Saturday. And let's double check here. Oh, I had it on Thursday for some reason. Let's put it on Friday. Actually, let's change that to Saturday. We'll give them an extra day here. And then I can assign a topic this week. And I'm good to go. Click save. It shows up in classwork, and they can view